And welcome back to our second game of the day in day 2 of the OFSAA Ultimate Championship. We have the Rams versus Talons facing off right now in the championship bracket. We have seen the Rams play once before, and I do not think that I've seen the Talons play yet. The Rams are a very fast, coordinated team, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Talons play against them. And as always, my name is Grant Newman, joined alongside Josh Miles and our cameraman Ben Saulnier. And both teams are lined up, and the Talons are going to be pulling first. And we're off. The Rams are going to take possession, making some short passes at center field. Looking to the left, but that one's too low. The Talons are going to get a counterattack. Number 20, trying to give him an option. 42 is going to look to his right. Talons playing that back to their handler, looking to the middle. The Rams are playing a zone defense. And that's going to be a wide open pass to number 55. The Talons are going to keep possession. Now faking that pass, taking his time, is Williams. Williams with the Frisbee, dishing that one off, making some short passes. Still just trying to maintain possession, taking as much time as they can. 42 going on a run, but he's going to send that right. Williams again. Now 42 making some quick short passes. Talons are trying to give their teammate an option, but the Rams aren't making it easy. They're just taking their sweet time right now, playing slow. And now advancing closer and closer, just a few yards off of getting their first point of the game. And there might be a call on the play. There's a stoppage, but never mind. That's going to be a quick first point for the Talons. And they rush the field to congratulate their teammate. It's got to be a good feeling getting their first point on the board nice and early. The Talons were able to succeed on that play as they just took their time, waiting for the right moment to attack. They slowly gained yards, and it worked out for them. They're going to be pulling once again. And we're off. It's a good pull from the Talons, sending that one way down to the 40. And number 30, Goose, is going to pick that one up, taking their time in the middle. The Talons are also going to play a zone defense, trying to force that play to one side of the field. And the Rams are forced to take that one back. They're already just 10 yards away from their own end zone. A turnover here would be detrimental for the Rams. The Rams finally advancing back. Maybe working their way down the line a bit. Zero's trying to get open, but they're stuck. Talons are very organized on defense, and that's a fumble right at the end zone, and it could be another quick point. This is very threatening, and that's going to be the Talons' second point of the game, starting this one off hot. It's a good example of how forcing your opponents back into their own end with that zone defense could be so dangerous, as they felt the pressure and they dropped that one just by their end zone, giving an easy point for the Talons. Their second of the game. Just a few minutes in, and it's looking good for the Talons. The Bowmanville coach discussing some strategy with the team. And they're going to be pulling again. The Talons are off. It's a good pull, sent out to center field. That's going to veer right. Landing out, and the Rams are going to start directly at the center. The Talons still going with their high press zone defense with 4 players trying to block off the middle. We'll see how the Rams choose to deal with it. They're going to try and play fast and beat that defense, break through the press. But so far, they're still being forced back. It's very hard for the Rams to break through, but as I say that, they're making some progress. But Bowmanville is relentless on defense. And that's a fumble and an opportunity for the Talons, as not all the players are back. Maybe a quick play, but they're going to take their time, sending that to number 15. Looking back to 42 to their handler, playing that left to number 20. Looking downfield. The Rams are also playing a zone defense. But Bowmanville is doing a great job at giving options for the handler. Now just making some quick passes amongst each other is 40 and 42. Still just slowly gaining yards. Playing that back. The Talons are very comfortable with taking that time. Setting off some quick passes, that's the right idea, but unfortunately, it just goes to the left of 20. And the Rams are going to have possession. They're going to try and make something happen now. Hopefully, they can get it out of their own end. That's a good pass. Good job seeing that open teammate. They're going to look back, try and switch the field. But the Talons are doing a good job at locking down all of those possible angles. And the Rams are sending some quick passes just amongst the back line. A fake pass to 13, trying to fool the defense. And that's a fumble. Could be a point if they play this one fast enough. Number 20 seems like he's going to be picking this one up. The Rams are going to be playing man-to-man. But it doesn't matter, as the Talons are going to succeed on that play, getting their third point of the game. Starting off very hot. Amazing performance from the Talons so far. Bowmanville seems like such an organized team so far. And they're just overwhelming the Woodlands SS Rams. Odd defense, just forcing them back, taking away so many options in the middle. And the Rams, they need to be quicker on those passes when they do have possession. We know this Rams team is strong. I've seen them play before, and I know what they're capable of. If they can gain some momentum right now and get their first point, it would definitely be threatening for the Talons. Doing a little spin move to pull that one, and that one's going to go almost to the end zone. Really strong pull from number 4. And that's going to force the Rams into an awkward position on the wing. And that zone defense is working out once again for the Talons. That's going to get them a quick regain in possession. Moving fast, breaking the press. They're just outpacing the Rams right now. Sending another long pass. Will 47 be able to get to it? And that's just going to be a bit far. The wind taking that one. And the Rams are going to get to retry their play. It's a good look to 1. But that's going to land wide. Maybe a bit too hasty on that play. And the Rams, or I apologize, the Talons are going to get another opportunity. Just want to highlight the movement from Bowmanville. They do a great job at giving their teammates options when they have the disc. Lots of communication going on. They do a good job at breaking the press. But the Rams have forced them to the wing. But no matter for Bowmanville, as they're still making clean passes, slowly gaining yards, and that's going to be a great pass to 35, or to the 35-yard line. Now 17 could play it back to their handler, number 9, but she's going to go for a long throw, and that's going to be the fourth point for the Bowmanville Talons. Lots of momentum right now. Playing a very solid game. And that's got to be tough for the Rams, demotivating for them, because they know they could do a lot more than this. You just have to remember what they're made of. And Bowmanville is going to be pulling for the 5th time this game. It's just so tough for the Rams right now because Bowmanville's defense is just so unrelenting, very organized. And I think they could do well taking some ideas out of the Bowmanville playbook, since Bowmanville does a really good job at giving their teammates options, giving their handler an option when he has the disc at the middle. They've been very successful all game long. Just around 20 minutes into this game, they're already up 4. And number 50, Philip Parov, is going to start with that. He's going to send that to his right handler. Taking time is Chu. Chu. Back to Parov. Parov with some options behind him. He's going to do a Hail Mary there. Will his teammate be able to get to it? It's 2-on-1. But the Talons are going to snatch that one out of the air. He's got the height over them, and that's going to be a routine stop. A Talon setting that right, making some quick passes back and forth to each other. The Rams just now getting to that, setting up their defense. That's a solid hammer throw to number 20. Number 20 back to the wing. Maybe sending a long throw. He sees the vision. Will she be able to get there? Just barely does it get there. Almost picking up a 5th point for the Rams. It's a great look. Or I apologize, for the Talons. And the Rams getting some distance from their end zone. Trying to show for that. But the Talons seem to have the physical advantage over them, getting to that disc first. And maybe the Frisbee's broken. Somebody might have stepped on it. And I think we're going to get a new disc. Never mind. I stand corrected. 42 could look back, and he does. 42 out to the wing. Back to 20. He's got to send that long throw. That's a great curve right to 42. Takes lots of skill to send that. And a diving grab from Bowmanville, picking up their 5th point of the game. What a play. The Talons definitely have that technical ability over the Rams. 2 great, precise throws in a row. Bowmanville showing a lot of experience in this game. And their coaches are out there again, strategizing. Bowmanville is going to make their 6th pull of the game. It's going to be tough for the Rams to come back to tie this game up. They just need to be a bit quicker on their passes. And that's going to be pulled by number 2. Sent past half, landing at the 40, landing at the 45. And he might have to step back, since he first picked up the disc at around 41 yards. But there's a sub. I think they needed an extra girl on the field. And Bowmanville setting that to Leon. Leon to number 17, Jaden Lee. Jaden Lee taking his time. Looking to 35. Sending that back to their handler. But the Talons are just doing such a good job at forcing them back into their own zone. The Talons need to give him an option. Finally sending that forward to number 10. Looking back up to the middle, maybe trying to switch the field. He's going to play that back again, losing more yards. But they're going to keep possession. Taking their time, but that one's just too low for the Rams to get to it. And the Talons are going to go on the attack once again. Just 20 yards off. And he's got an open player on the right, or I mean the left. But two can't get to that in time. Just slips out of her hand. And the Rams are going to get another opportunity, but it's going to be tough. The Talons are pressing them heavy right now. Making it hard. 4:27 to make anything happen. And that one's going to land short. And the Talons are just a couple yards away from making another point. And I'm not quite sure if that one's in or not. I think it is good. I believe he did catch it in the end zone. But they're going to call it off. Doesn't matter, because that's going to be yet another point for the Talons, putting it up by 6. And just 1 point away from halftime. Talons are on fire right now. There's not much that the Rams can do against a defense like that. Bowmanville's doing a great job at cutting off all of the options, forming almost a diamond shape around the handler. And they're just forcing the Rams backwards and backwards and backwards, time and time again. And they're going to be pulling this one for the 7th time this game. The Rams have not been able to pull at once. It's been a tough game for the Rams so far. Maybe halftime is going to be called early, which I think is what's happening. That or somebody's taking a timeout. Based off of the time remaining, I don't think it would be halftime just yet, but I guess it is halftime. My bad, guess. Okay, maybe it is just a timeout. I really don't know. I'm kind of... Yeah, I really do not know right now. And the Rams are just trying to get encouraged. This game isn't over. It's still the first half. And no matter what, if you made OFSAA, you're a good team. Nothing's impossible in this tournament. And it was just a timeout. And the Talons are going to pull again. We'll see if the Rams changed up their strategy a bit. Maybe trying to up the pace so they could break that defense. And the Frisbee is pulled, and that's going to land just around the 45. Number 50 picking that up, sending that off to 27, trying to make some fast passes, but that's going to slip out of her hands. And the Talons are going to regain possession swiftly. Looking up to number 52. She has an option to her left. She's going to take that. And the Talons throwing with accuracy. Again, they're perfectly fine with taking their time. The Rams, their defense just isn't quick enough to get to the Talons, and that's a great hammer throw. She's going to send that to her left, number 20. He has a strong arm. This is threatening. Another great throw. 20 downfield. That's almost going to connect to number 4. But it just doesn't quite go as it's a bit low. And the Rams are going to try again. They're definitely trying to up the pace. Setting a fake pass. Back to 50. Parov with it now. Kong trying to give him an option. Sends that back. Back to Parov. To Kong. Kong just barely keeping that in. The Rams still with possession, but deep in their own end. Kong trying to give him an option and just narrowly misses that. Slipping out of his hands. That's a good pass. Just unfortunately not working out. 28 might just opt to send it back to number 20. They do not necessarily need to score at all. There is a time limit on these games. Parov sending a long throw. It's a one-on-one. We'll see who gets to it first. And the Talons with the height advantage. Number 20. Able to smack that one out of the air. And now Talons sending their own long throw. Looking to stretch those passes. And the Rams scrambling to get back on defense. Switching to a man-to-man style of defense. We'll see if it works out for them. Number 20 going on a run. That's going to be another easy pass. That's going to be the half for Bowmanville. Sorry, Bowmanville taking that half up 7-0. There's not too much to say here as Bowmanville is just having a good game. Playing well, very organized. Their defense is working out. It's countering the Rams' offense perfectly. You know they're feeling good about today. And we will catch you back in just a couple of minutes for the second half. we are back with the second half of Rams versus Talons. In the championship bracket, the Talons are leading by 7. They've got a lot of momentum in this game, playing very solid defensively and offensively. Now, it's not over yet for the Rams. I was listening to them having a chat at halftime. They were getting hyped up. They still want to be in this game, and anything is possible in these tournaments. Of course, it's still very in favor for the Talons. They just have to maintain the level that they've been playing, not get too cocky. And this should be a comfortable win for them. And the Rams are ready to receive the pull. The coach is just strategizing with the Talons really quick. And we're going to get started here. We're actually, I apologize. I think I said the Talons were pulling first, but it's actually going to be the Rams. And Bowmanville trying to send some quick passes. The Rams are still going to stay with the same defense that they were running at the start. They just got to maintain that shape and try and cut off as many options as possible. But Bowmanville is just so fast on the attack. The Rams need to cut off those options on the wings. They almost succeeded there, but Bowmanville is able to get to it first. And number 47 is going to look to her right. Number 9 sending that long pass just to the 30. 26 sending a pass left. Will he be able to get to it first? And unfortunately, that's going to soar just by him, hitting the post on the soccer net. That's a good play from Bowmanville. I like that idea. Honestly, I was more focused on the right side. It takes a lot of skill and comfort in the game to be able to look long for a pass like that. And the Rams lost possession in their end zone, so Bowmanville might just get a quick point. But it goes just a bit too far, and it seems like one of the players hurt her ankle. She is all good, though. Nothing major, I hope. Yep, she's going to get up, but going to get some help from her teammates to head off. Some good camaraderie there. And number 7 is going to sub in for the injured teammate. The Rams are going to start with possession after the stoppage. And the Rams starting with possession in their own end zone. Hopefully they can break out this time. Bowmanville's had very strong defense, maintaining the same shape as they did in the first half. It's been working out, but the Rams are breaking through finally, gaining some distance from their end zone, sending a long pass. That's a great look from number 10, sending that to Gomez. Gomez now, he has an option to number 17, Lee. Maybe looking upfield. He's going to send that back to Gomez. Gomez sending that to Lee. Lee to Lee. Maybe some siblings on the team. But that's going to be knocked out of the air by number 20 on the Rams. I apologize. By number 20 on the Talons. Talons sending that left. Looking downfield, gaining some yards. Such a fast team when they're on the offense. And that's going to be knocked out of the air by number 87. Or number 97. Lilia. Some good defense showcase there from the Rams. Sending a lob throw. Who's going to get to it first? Might be going out, but it's going to curve just back in. But the Rams are going to, sorry, the Talons are going to knock that one out of the sky. I keep getting the names wrong. That's my bad. And a long throw. But some spectacular defense from Lilia. Or Lila. No, it's Lilia. I pronounced it right. And the Rams making some quick passes. Some short passes, and it is working. Almost got there. That was the right idea, but it's dropped. And Bowmanville is going to look for the first point of the second half, and that's an easy pass right to his teammate, directly downfield. Going to put the Talons up by 8. The Rams are doing their best, but the Talons are just so strong on defense that the Rams just can't seem to get out, and then it's creating so many opportunities for Bowmanville. Non-stop pressure from the Talons, and they're going to be pulling once again. The games do automatically end at 13 in this tournament. The Talons are just 5 points away from ending this one. And the Talons sending a deep pull to the 30. And the Rams are going to send a long throw of their own. But the Talons are going to smack that out of the air, getting to that one first. And the Talons instantly regaining possession, sending a hammer throw. It's a good grab out of the air from number 13 on the Rams. And Kong sending that back to Grimshaw. Grimshaw trying to send that to her teammate on the left, but it's got a bit too much height. And the Talons are gaining distance, inching towards the Rams end zone. And a short pass to number 42. Sending a long throw. That's just wide, and number 15 is not able to get to it. There's a prime opportunity for the Talons, almost giving them their 9th point of the game. But it's no matter as they still have a lot of momentum. They're playing great so far. And Kong's trying to send a long throw, but that one's going to land out. Number 20 of Bowmanville is going to throw that one, but the Rams are going to start again. They're going to have possession once again. I'm not sure why, but he's going to send that long again straight to the Bowmanville handler. And he's going to send that to the left, making a run, looking for a back and forth pass, sending that up to his teammate number 7. But that's going to rise up just too high, and the Rams are going to smack that one down, regaining possession. And Leon's going to try and send that to his teammate, but Bowmanville's cutting it off once again. 42, looking to send a long throw. Will 20 be able to get there first? That's an easy point for the Talons, getting their 9th of the game. A great throw from number 42. And they're within 4. They've brought out some Canada hats. They're definitely feeling good right now. Lots of smiles on their team. And the Talons are going to pull first, or pull again. And this one's pulled by number 2. That one's going to roll past half, landing at the 40. And the Rams are going to try and make some quick passes amongst each other. The Talons are right on them. Parov setting that left. And that's going to go to number 18, looking at 35 on the wing. Setting that to 3, making some quick passes. Bowmanville's not allowing them to make any long throws right now, but as I say that, there's a long throw. But we'll see who gets to it first, and the Talons are going to grab that one out of the air. That's a good play from Bowmanville, and they're going to regain possession. Just outpacing the Rams right now. Trying to stay with the Frisbee. But Bowmanville's doing a great job at breaking the press. Bowmanville looking wide, faking that long throw. Looking to 2, sending that left. Making a look downfield, but she opts to not go for it. Takes some time, looking for that hammer throw. That's a perfect pass, but just slips out of her hands. And the Talons are going to have to get on defense. And the Talons are going to look downfield. And that's just another point, putting them up one more, just 3 from victory. Having a great game so far. And the Talons have pulled that one, but that's going to land out around center field. The Rams are going to start with this one, sending that back to their handler. Looking left, trying to make some fast passes. The Talons are pushing them back, but that's a good pass attempt. Just doesn't make it. And the Talons are going to regain possession swiftly. The Talons sending that back to their handler, looking to the left, sending some fast passes. There is a player open on the left. The Talons want to look right and then wide. Great pass to number 42. 15 running down the line in a hammer throw. Who's going to get to it first? And the Talons snatching that one out of the air, beating the Rams to the disc. The Talons are just within 2. That's a great grab. Some solid athleticism there from 20. A great game from Bowmanville so far. And the Talons are going to be pulling yet again. And that's going to land at the 50, but roll very far, reaching around the 45. And the Rams are going to pick this one up, trying to make some short passes, but the Talons are already forcing them into an awkward position on the wing. Luckily, there's a teammate in the middle, but they're losing distance again. And that's going to be fumbled by number 5 of the Rams. And the Talons with another opportunity to bring this game just within 1 to victory. Bowmanville taking their time, sending that 5 yards down. Number 11 showing for it. She's going to try and send a quick pass to the center, but just can't quite get a hand on it. And the Rams will get another opportunity. The Rams are still stuck in their end zone. As Bowmanville once again just forcing them further back, and that's going to be another fumble. Bowmanville will be starting just before the end zone. We'll see if they're going to use some type of strategy here. And she's going to send that one back to 26. 26 with some fake passes. Fooling the defender, getting that to 11. 26 making a pass, but it's going to go right to a Rams player, and he's going to smack that one out of the air. The Rams are going to regain possession. Talons are going to go back on the attack, sending a hammer throw to a wide open player, and that's going to put them within 1 to victory. An easy grab there. Bowmanville's playing a great game. They're going to pull again. And we are off. It's a strong pull from the Talons. It's going to land at the 35. But the Rams are going to try and advance this Frisbee. Making some quick passes. Now he needs to look to his left. Gain some distance between the defenders. Making a quick pass to number 30. Playing that back to their handler. Parov. Trying to send a low pass, but just a bit too low, and no one's able to get to that. So the Talons are going to regain possession, sending it to number 42. 55's just behind him, but he's going to try and send a hammer throw to number 20. Might be 29. Or there's two 20s on the field. For some reason, there's two number 20s on the field right now. Interesting. And 42 sending a long throw. We'll see who gets to it first. It's going to be in the Talons' favor, but it's going to curve just to the right, and no one's able to get to that. So the Rams are going to get possession in their defensive end. They need to get this one out fast. The Talons have been forcing them back almost all game, and they really haven't had any offensive pressure at all. The Talons are just playing so well. They're so in sync. Trying to send a long throw, but 42 is going to get there first, and the Talons are going to have possession. Sending that to 55. Looking to the left. That's the number 15. We'll see where he looks. He has 20 on his right. He's going to send that back to 55. 55 to 42. Just maintaining possession in the middle. 20 with some space and time. Sending that back to his teammate. Making some quick passes. And that's going to be Talons with the 13th point of the game. And that's going to be game. Good performance there from the Talons. And a valiant effort from the Rams. Props to the Rams for making it this far in the tournament, making it to the championships bracket. And that's going to be game. I do not know what our next matchup is going to be. It's going to be at 11, though. So we will catch you in about 10 minutes for a game. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Grant Newman, joined along with Josh Miles and Ben Saulnier. See you soon.